Dyke. I'm Lex.
I'm Lex.
And today we're going to be talking about the worst. The worst date.
Yeah, the worst date, your worst date. Who knows? Your worst sex, your worst partner. You know, just the worst and everything.
Yeah. So, what was your worst date? Like, what happened?
I don't think. Let me think. I don't really think I had a worst date because people don't really go on too many dates these days. Why? I didn't.
Oh yeah.
So I can't really say. I mean, I had like a situation where I didn't like something. Someone went on a date with me high and they smelled like weed. I did not like that. But other than that, I don't think I really had a bad. I mean, it was a cute date. She just smelled like weed.
I mean, have you ever been on a date with somebody you just didn't like them?
Like it was a friend vibe, or I just didn't like him at all?
You just didn't like them at all?
Yes.
What happened? It was just
okay,
like
boom. So, back in the day when I first came out the closet, I was going on a plethora of dates. And this one girl, I think I met her on like Instagram or something, and she looked really cute in her pictures.
It wasn't.
She was not cute in real life.
Damn, catfish.
I know. Her head was really tiny. I don't know.
Okay, she could have been a preemie. Like, that's not her fault.
It didn't add up. Like, she never showed her mouth in any of her pictures. I see why. It was just, the vibes were off because I wasn't attracted to her. But, we just got like frozen yogurt or something slight, but.
So how'd you did it? Like, did you just say?
I didn't hit her up anymore. She would text me, yeah. And, I was like, let's just end this now.
Yeah.
You ever had a worst date?
I'm not going to say it was a worst, but it was just kind of weird because I felt like she wasn't fucking with me. Like, we met up we met up at the movies, and we were just sitting there waiting for the movie to start. And I think, when it's like a popular movie, they be like, oh, you can't go in until
Right.
So we were waiting for the movie to start, and I'm just sitting there like trying to talk to her, and she pulled out a fucking, what's those little cubes where you try to get the colors?
Rubik's Cube.
A fucking Rubik's Cube. And she was just sitting there playing with her Rubik's Cube, and I was like,
oh no.
Okay. Alright, so you're not fucking with me. Like, I get it, I got it. But yeah,
Was she not really fucking with you, or was she just shy?
I mean, yeah, maybe she was just shy.
Yeah, did you ask her?
But in that moment, I felt like she wasn't fucking with me.
Well, did you ask her?
Well, yeah, we ended up fucking around afterwards, but.
Oh my gosh. Maybe she was just the shy type, so.
Yeah, I don't know. And I mean, I can't say it's been like a worst date, but there's been some bad ones. Like, just the energy is off, or like.
They're a catfish.
Especially if you go out to eat, like, mannerisms are a thing for me. So if, like, you like eating with your hands when you're not supposed to.
Like, what? Like eating what with your hands? I don't know. I think it's weird to me when people try to act shy on a date. When it comes to eating, I don't hold back, especially when it comes to chicken wings, okay? I'm sucking the bone. So
yeah, no, I understand that. Like, yes, fuck up your chicken wings, but, like, I feel like there's a way to
smacking, maybe talking with your mouth full.
Yeah, things like that.
Yeah.
Are like super annoying. So yeah, that's it for real. But like you said, people don't really date like they used to. Like it's like Netflix. It's the era of Netflix and shit.
I was about to say that people just want to come over your house, soak up all your free Wi-Fi,
drink.
Yeah,
your liquor.
Drink your wine, drink your liquor. No one wants to like put in efforts to like plan something cute.
Right.
Or even when you do, it's like, so what do you like to do? They be like, oh, it doesn't matter. Like,
yeah, oh, it's like to chill, like, go to a bar here and there. And I don't really know. I don't feel like a bar is a date. I mean, it could be
but then it's just like, oh, so you need like liquid courage to like have a conversation, which might be the case because I know sometimes like I can be very like standoffish if I don't know you for real, so it takes a while for me to like warm up. So sometimes I do drink a little liquor to get myself nice and calm. So but yeah, I don't really think that's really a date either.
Nah. That's it for real. Like the worst date. I think it depends on energy. Like, I'm not gonna say it's the worst, but there's been bad ones, of course.
Yeah, and things that made it bad. Maybe not the person per se, but.
What would you think that would make a date bad? Like.
So I was talking to this one girl who was high when we went on the cute date. She was high, smelled like weed. I was very disappointed. Then so it was like a repetitive thing. And then one day she came to my house to chill. She fell asleep on me.
Oh, that's the worst. That's the word.
She fell asleep with me because she was
Don't
high.
fucking fall. Like, if it's a nap date, okay, fine.
I'm not even having nap dates.
If we're supposed to have, like, we're supposed to be spending quality time, don't fucking fall asleep on me. Like,
yeah, that's rude. Like,
yeah, no.
Because you're high. Well, I like to drink, but I don't come to you fucked up and throwing up all over the place. It's one thing to smoke, do your thing,
right?
But balance. Like, don't come over my house to fall asleep while I'm watching TV. Like, I could have did that by myself.
Facts.
So.
Yeah. Okay, so worst sex. Let me go first. So I don't. It was just she was a little bit too aggressive for me, and it was a turn off for me.
So you're more dominant.
Yeah.
You don't.
I'm gonna let you do your thing, but like, what I'm saying. Just remember who the fuck I am at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was like, oh, who's the stud now? Oh, who's daddy now? And I'm just like, it's still me. Still, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, it was just a little bit too much for me. And then like. I was gonna reference Waiting to Exhale, but she don't know. So,
oh my god.
She was just kind of like doing too much, and like the moans were more like grunts, and I was like, oh, whew, this is not for me.
Oh, she was trying to turn you out.
This is
Yeah, make you a little femme thing.
I mean, she was like, and I was like, ooh, no.
Yeah.
No.
I've had a couple of bad sexual encounters. Not saying I've had a lot, but the ones that I did have that I remember were trash. I do remember those. I remember one time, there was plenty I could talk about, but there was this one time.
But you haven't had plenty encounters.
It could have been with the same person.
All right. Okay. But if your sex bad, why you gonna keep fucking the same person?
Anywho.
Carry on.
Okay, so there was this one time. This was like back in the day. Remember, I'm fresh out the closet, so I'm sleeping around with this one person, and it was trash. I knew it was trash because I was drunk. If I'm drunk and I know the sex is trash, like...
Yeah. That's bad.
It was terrible. And I think she was like gnawing on my vagina.
Yo, I don't know. Who said you can bite it? Because you're not supposed to bite.
I think y'all are watching too much porn.
Maybe some people are into that, but I need you need to ask. Yeah. So I can tell you fucking no.
Don't be nibbling on me.
No, I know the term is eating, but you're not supposed to chew, nigga. Like, no.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had that happen to me too, and I almost kicked her in her fucking throat. Like,
it's just not cute. I think people think it's sexy or something like that. But if I was drunk and I knew I didn't want it, and I had to tap you like, all right, get up, because I will, and I have plenty of times.
Okay, let them know, girl.
Okay, don't waste my time.
All right.
Okay, I'll get up.
I'm here for a good time. Okay.
Okay, pull my briefs up and go about my day.
Oh, your briefs.
My briefs. Okay.
All right.
I get playing briefs.
So say you're dating someone and the sex is bad. Do you tell them?
Absolutely.
Is that a deal breaker? I mean, not like a deal breaker. Like, do you?
I give them another chance.
Okay.
Because like we said before, body chemistry. Everybody's different. What works for you doesn't work for someone else, kind of thing. You just have to. And not everybody talks about sex before you have sex, so you can ask all day what somebody likes. And then some people just don't like to have sex conversations.
Do you have a sex conversation? Like a pre-sex talk?
I try.
Let's have a sex talk.
I try, but not everybody likes to talk about sex all the time, which is okay. I'm not saying I talk about sex all the time.
I mean, you don't have to talk about sex all the time, but I think we need to lay down some boundaries. We need to talk about it before it happens, if you're able to, because sometimes it just happens. But like, if you've been talking for a couple of weeks, you know what I'm saying, and you have time to have that talk, I don't see any problem with it. Like, because everybody likes different things.
Alright, so speaking of sex, dating, whatever, so do you have a worse breakup, relationship?
Hell yeah.
Let's talk about it.
It was just really bad. Like, we already sucked at communicating, and I guess when you don't communicate, it just leaves room for assumptions and all this extra shit. Like, where do I begin? I'm a chill person, but anytime I throw your shit out on the curb, I'm fucking pissed. And it was just a lot of anger towards each other and a lot of back and forth trying to hurt each other, and that's what I think made it the worst. Cause someone hurting you is one thing, but someone intentionally hurting you when they're supposed to be someone that you love, bruh, what the fuck is that? So I think that's what made it so bad. Just how we became so angry and bitter towards each other. So.
What did something like trigger that, or was it always like that, or like
I mean,
did something happen? Because I mean, it just doesn't start like that.
Yeah, I guess like I said, the communication was horrible, and the communication lacked. Like we weren't speaking to each other at all, but we were still supposed to be like somewhat dating.
Yeah.
And I think that's what caused so much like animosity towards each other, because like what the fuck, bro? Like what the fuck is this? Like tell me what's going on. Tell me something.
Yeah.
You know, because now I don't know how to act, and now you got me out here looking fucking stupid, and now I'm mad. So yeah, I think that's what made it a thing. Like, because you can talk about anything. Like, just tell me what the fuck is up. That's it.
Right.
That's it.
And some people don't want to hear the truth, but sometimes you need to hear that shit. Like, it may not be something I want to hear, but I'm aware of that if I'm asking you what's up and you're not telling me the truth. Like, you know, hope for the best, but, you know, be realistic about the situation.
Yeah, and I think, like, since we weren't speaking, we were just doing like a lot of fuck shit back and forth to be mean to each other.
Yeah.
And like all we had to do was have a conversation and be like adults about it. But,
right. Well, that comes with time. You live and you learn, you know.
Yeah.
Not everybody's supposed to be in your life forever. So.
But that's what made it the worst. Like, ooh, child.
Girl.
Yeah. What about you?
I would say my worst relationship was like a couple of years, well, more than a couple years ago, like a few years back. This girl, I really liked her. So in the beginning, it was weird anyways, because, you know, I was starting and bopping. I was talking to her friend first.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Okay, so then I started talking to her like a couple months later, because her friend did me grimy, like she was back with her ex. I didn't know she was staying at her ex's house, whatever. So I started talking to her friend because she seemed nice. So then that friend ended up becoming my girlfriend, and then that whole relationship was toxic. Like, I was young. I think I was like, what, 19 or 20? Like, we were young, because we had a fake ID. Yeah, or I had a fake ID. Yeah. And we were going to that one club all the time. What was it? I forgot.
Hearts?
No, like
it was a gay club.
Yeah. Wait. Okay. Anyways, but we used to go. I never went to Hearts. Like,
Nutty Buddies.
I never went there either.
What the fuck? Okay, go ahead.
Maybe it was. It couldn't have been Hershey. It could have been.
Hershey popped for like a half a second.
It could have been that place. Regardless of the situation, like the breakup, well, the relationship was bad because first of all, I found out she was cheating on me on Twitter. Yeah. So the girl, her ex-girlfriend, would like post subliminal messages about me, and the only reason why I found it is the girl broke up with me one day and I thought it was random. And then the next thing I know, I'm on Instagram scrolling through and she follows her ex again. And they're taking pictures together. And then I find the ex on Twitter because I think, anyways, the girl was talking about me on Twitter. I found out. And she was like, yeah, tell that bitch about the strap you bought just for us. Like, going in. Yeah.
Disrespect.
Yeah, I'm like, what, 19, 20? And she was dating some older girl. So the girl had to be almost 30 years old. Like, going in on me.
And Lex has a temper. Like, you don't want to do Lex wrong.
So
once she sees red, it's a wrap.
Okay, but you know, I'm a work in progress. But yeah, that relationship was terrible. Like, and then even after that, I was dumb. I got back with her, and it was the same shit. Like, she would still communicate with her ex. She cheated on me, found out, and then like we would get.
She cheated again.
Girl, she was back with her ex, back and forth. Yeah, and she just said her excuse was because that was like comfortable for her because they were together for so long and she was so used to that. Whatever. Yeah, so.
Mrs. Love going back to the ex. Like,
yeah, but you know, the last straw is like she would call me out of my name a lot, and she called me ugly so many times, and things like that. Yeah, so many. I mean, you know, back in the day, my eyebrows weren't as fleeked out, so I could get it. You know, I was still trying to develop my personality, myself, my style, but still, you're dating somebody. You don't want to like, you know, destroy them and stuff like that.
So when y'all broke up, was it like just a big old argument? You like,
I whooped her ass. I'm not saying that's a good thing, because it's not, guys. Don't beat up people. But, you know, she's very disrespectful. She swung on me. She missed. It was a Reynolds wrap after that. Lex was there. She took me home. So, you know, it was just a big ordeal. Now she's in my DMs now trying to be my best friend, telling me she loved me. No boo-boo. So, that's...
so after that was the last straw, the fight?
Yeah, pretty much. And she just, after a couple months or whatever, she wanted to get back together.
Of course.
Yeah.
They always.
She tried to have me jumped. That was another bad thing. She tried to have me jump. She came to my house with like a guy and like 3 other girls. My mom came outside. It was like a big thing. So I had to beat her up again. because why are you trying to jump me at my own place? Like, come on.
Yeah.
So that was horrible. You know, I was young, dumb.
So how did you deal afterwards, going forward after that? Like,
I mean, I was mad because I don't like feeling like someone can push my buttons enough to pull me out of my character. Like Lex can vouch. I was boohooing in the car, like I didn't want to hit her, I didn't want to fight her. But it's like I don't like being disrespected, like calling me out of my name and stuff like that. Like that's like the ultimate no-no because at the end of the day, I'm respecting you. I feel like even if we are having a disagreement, you're still my girlfriend. Like, or you know,
yeah, respect.
Absolutely. And I think that's another thing I learned is that I need to be friends with somebody before I date them because that's when disrespect gets fuzzy. Like you didn't have that friendship with somebody, you just went straight into it.
Yeah.
And there's no respect there. Like they can just do whatever they want because they feel like they can. There's no respect. So that was definitely horrible.
So how long did it take you before you moved on, before you started dating someone else?
A couple months.
Okay. All right.
But I mean, I didn't have a serious relationship for a while after that. But I was talking to other people afterwards because I was thinking to myself, like, you know, yes, breakups suck and things like that, but you know, I'm still young, so I got to do me.
Did it take like a toll on you as far as like when she was
absolutely
ugly
absolutely
and stuff? Like, did it affect you?
Absolutely. I deal with self-confidence on a daily.
Yeah.
I mean, even recently, people would be like, you know, you're so pretty, and I would always deflect the compliment. And it's not because I'm one of those people who like, oh my gosh, like tell me more compliments.
Yeah.
It's legit, like I don't think I'm all that. So like cutting my hair off and things like that was like an ultimate like self-esteem boost for me because I have nothing to hide behind.
Yeah. So. When people tell me like I'm cute or beautiful, like man, I'd be like, thank you. That's weird. Like, yeah.
I feel you.
Yeah. Okay.
So you feel like you ever lost yourself in a relationship?
Oh, what? Every time, girl? What do you mean? Every time. I mean, I'm a work in progress now. I'm grown now. I have a better, you know what I'm saying, thought of how I want my relationships to go and how I want to be. But yeah, definitely. I think I'm like a hopeless romantic, right? So like when I get in relationships, you know, I wanna do whatever I can for you, and it's really hard to like find the balance. Like I want to make you happy. I want to be everything for you, which I probably shouldn't, but it's really hard to find a balance when you're like that. Like, how do I be everything for you, but also be everything for me? It's.
So, since you know that, do you feel like you lost yourself? When did you notice the change? Like, when did you notice you lost yourself in a relationship?
I think I noticed when like things in my normal life are not getting taken care of, like, and I'm getting frustrated. Like just simple shit, like, oh damn, I didn't do laundry this week because I was over at this bitch house. You know what I'm saying? And I think especially when I get like, what's the word? I guess annoyed that someone wants, like, I've given them this idea that we can always spend time together. So at the point where they're like asking something simple like, hey, can we go out tonight? And I'm like, damn girl, no, I got shit to do. I can't do shit. Like it kind of builds up, and it's really bad. Like, and I'm aware of these things. You know, self-awareness is a thing.
That's good. That's good.
So yeah, I think that's when I start getting like annoyed and like my normal life becomes shit because I put so much into this relationship. What about you?
I think I really don't notice I lose myself until something happens, like I gain weight or something. Because they say that relationship weight is a real thing, which I absolutely believe.
Girl, that's why you get in a relationship.
Yeah, because like a couple relationships ago, I looked at my college ID and I was like, oh my god.
You was a little thick. I was
a little thick. My head was big. My neck was swollen.
Go ahead.
My head is normal size. But anyways, I like gained so much weight because, you know, I was so drowned in this relationship, like eating good, just enjoying myself. But like, yeah, I'll notice like when I lose myself, like if I'm gaining weight because I just don't care anymore. Because usually I go run. That's my thing. It like clears my mind. I run. I'll go to the gym. You know, I like to keep my body looking a certain way. Or if like, I don't know. That's just really when I notice. But like, I do things differently now with the relationship I'm in now. Like, I don't lose focus of myself. If I want to do something, I'm going to do it. I still work out. I still watch what I eat.
Boundaries.
Yeah. And I think past relationships help realize, like, hey, I don't want this to become that, so I have to do things differently this time. So
And like boundaries is definitely a thing because when you meet someone and you like them, of course you want to spend time with them. Like, oh, that's bae, I'm about to be with her all the time. But you have to be like, no, that's not. I'll see you tomorrow. I see you this weekend. Like, you have to make sure you take care of yourself because if not, it's gonna go to shit.
Yeah, I seen a tweet like a week ago or something like that. It was like, when we're dating, I'm gonna invite you to everything. I think that's completely.
And I'm gonna say no.
Exactly, I think that's completely unnecessary. You don't have to do everything with your partner. Like, have that space. Have your own relationships with your own friends. Like, it's cool for your partner to hang out with you and your friends. Like, y'all could be one of the boys. But yeah, you need to have your own relationships because who's to say that person's always gonna be around? Yeah, you plan for the future. But you need to have your own thing going on so you don't get lost and consumed in a relationship. And then when shit goes left, you're trying to build your relationship back with your friends. It should have never got that far off. Yes, a relationship is important, but so is, yourself. You have to.
You definitely have to take care of yourself.
Absolutely.
Like, relationship weight, definitely a thing.
Girl, okay. That was the biggest I've ever been, and I was disgusted. I was like, oh my God, like.
Yeah.
Even sucking in my stomach wasn't even an option at that point.
My last relationship, I gained so much weight, girl. Like, woo.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Gym dates, workout dates.
Those work.
Incorporate those.
Okay. I like working out with my partner. Like, we push each other, and I ain't no bitch, so.
Okay.
I gets it in. So
Do you think that working out fucks with your hormones? Like, you be running after working out, or is that just me? All right. Well, yeah. So, what else we got?
So, guys, we're going to wrap this up. But, comment. Tell us what your worst was. We'll always respond. We like when you guys talk to us. We say that all the time.
Oh, no, I do have a question for y'all. Tell us, how do y'all deal with the breakup?
Yeah.
Like, what is the process like for you when you're breaking up with somebody? Or after y'all break up with somebody? Like, do you have some, like, oh, I need to do this. You know what I'm saying? Let us know.
Love without attachment, guys. Don't ever become attached to anybody. Love yourself. You can absolutely be in love with somebody and not be attached to them. I think that's the easiest way too. Like, yeah, it sucks that you lost somebody, but at the same time, you still got your own shit to deal with, your own life, your own career, your own job, whatever you do that made you happy before the relationship, get back into that.
Yeah. I just raised her so well. You see that? She's like a baby Buddha. Like. Anyway, thanks y'all. Y'all been fucking with us. Follow us on Twitter.
Yes, because we do ask questions on Twitter. So we like to interact with you guys like we always say.
Mentions was broke last week.
Okay, booming and bucking out here. So we like stuff like that though. It can be draining sometimes because, we're introverts, but we do love it. We like when you guys talk to us. So
yeah, for sure.
We'll definitely have a thread on like, hey, what was your worst breakup, your worst da-da-da, and we like when you guys talk back, so.
Yeah, so yeah. Thanks.
And don't be afraid to hit us up if you have ideas on topics.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Oh, somebody. All right, y'all. Yeah, so we'll be back next week with another episode. Thank y'all so much for fucking with us. And that's it.
Bye.
Bye.